Friends, welcome back to today's show. It is Johann Psaila speaking, and today we're going to be talking about one particular challenging subject. And that subject is, are you drifting away from your goals? Are you known as a drifter? But before we get started, I'd like every one of you guys to sit down by yourself and ask yourself that serious question, are you a drifter? And I'm going to be transparent. I used to be a drifter about 6 to 7 years ago. And when I made that decision to be more accountable and intent with my life, I have achieved a lot more in such a short time frame. So I hope you understand that concept. And guys, welcome back again, I guess, to this free training session again. We have 41 people live on Clubhouse right now. We are going to be uploading this onto Spotify as well. And if you are watching this on YouTube, guys, if you can like, subscribe, and share this content with some family and friends, I'll be truly, truly appreciative. And I do apologize in regards to the video content. I am doing this at another location today, but it's all about the learnings, not the quality of the content per se. So guys, we are going to be talking about, are you drifting away from your goals, and are you actually a drifter? So what does this actually mean to start with? To keep it simple, a person who drifts away from their goals is a person who doesn't stay focused on the goals that they want to achieve. And just to give you a classic example, that this doesn't just happen in one part of your life. I'm talking about people drift away from relationship goals, career goals, finance goals, and health goals. And I'm going to give you a quick example of how a drifter acts in each kind of case. So a person in a relationship, right? They get into a relationship. After 2 or 3 weeks, they're bored. So they move on to a new relationship. Then what happens? They get into one relationship, they get bored again, then they drift away. Then they ask themselves this really weird, silly question. They say, why can't I find the love of my life? Why can't I have a relationship? It's because they're willing to drift away all the time. And people in relationships who drift away usually have a couple of symptoms, and they're scared of commitment, responsibility, and accountability. They love the notion of having a partner, but they don't like the responsibility that is attached to that. And hopefully that makes sense. So what happens is, rather than finding the person that they love for life, they keep searching for something new, right? And you're going to get the gist of this every time we go through each different category. In your career, and I was notoriously known for this, guys, as well, just to be transparent, between the age of 20 to 30, I did drift away from a lot of jobs. And yes, there was an objective to earn as much money as possible in a quick time frame. And I was very fortunate that I stayed within the logistics industry, and I tried real estate a couple of times, but most of my history and future is going to be logistics. So I built a good brand place around the market. That when we say drifting in career, 1 week they're a policeman, the second week, they want to quit and be a fireman. They become a fireman, they get bored, and then they want to be this, and then they want to work in an office, and they keep changing. And what happens is, time doesn't hold back for anyone. So the years will go past and they wonder why their income is stuck, stagnated. Maybe they're not even earning an income at all, because they keep shifting from one thing to another. And also, this happens to people in business as well. 1 week, they've got some really cool business idea about, I'm going to start a business doing XYZ. Doesn't really take off. They haven't really gave it a shot. So they move on to another business. Then they get bored of that. They try another business. Then they wonder why that their business is not taking off. Like, if you want to build a business, guys, it takes years. And just to be transparent with what I'm doing with my coaching journey, I've got a 30-year window. So I'm 38, and I'm going to keep doing this till I'm about 68. So I've got a 30-year horizon. And, every day I get some new opportunities that come through. And I'm not interested. The only way I'm going to be interested is either I have to cut the logistics or coaching off, or I've got systems in place that I can actually maintain a third vision or third opportunity. But at the moment, it's not at that level. So I'm not going to even entertain any new ideas. And even when it comes to, say, investing, I see a lot of people change and swap goals, and they wonder why they haven't saved up money. They wonder why they haven't bought that property that they wanted. And then they wonder why they're not achieving what they wanted financially as well. So just to give you a bit of an example testimonial. So my business partner and I, we've got some land in an area in Melbourne. And basically, I have a plan to buy two properties in Australia, one in Perth and one in Queensland. I want to get it done between Q1, Q2, and Q3 of this year, depending on what the timeframes are, right? And I was in a very, very challenging situation and I had to make some hard decisions. Now, the good thing is my plans didn't change. All I did was adjust those plans. So my notion was, hey, if I can't do this because of the land, I'm going to do this instead, but it's all related. And what happens? Usually people would say, you know what, this project is too hard. I'm just going to bail out and I don't care if I lose money. And then they wonder why they lose money. But what we did, me and my friend, we stuck out, we held our ground, we stuck to our plan, and the universe provided, God in my case, and we've got a really cool outcome in that part of the world. So, guys, if you notice that if you're focused, diligent, and stay on track, you will eventually reach your goal. And unfortunately, in life, I do believe we live in a world of instant gratification where people want things now rather than the future. And you can't run away from all your problems, my friends. There's going to be challenges and problems that will always arise in life. So, are you going to keep running away from your problems, or are you going to challenge yourself and become a solutions orientated person? And I know this might sound direct, and some of you guys might get offended because you're facing the truth of why you're not achieving goals. But if that is the case, then I've done my job. My job is not just to be rosy and give you all the good stuff. If you want to achieve something really important in your life, there's going to be a lot of challenges, my friends. Mark my words, there's going to be resistance from various parties. Not everyone in your family or friends are going to support what you're doing. And are you going to just go off what everyone says, or are you going to go and achieve your goals and remain super focused? And another symptom, guys, to determine that you could be possibly a drifter is we all have a lot of ideas that come into motion, but are you reacting on those ideas, or are you sitting down and analyzing and actually saying, is this idea actually beneficial for me? There's a big difference. So just to keep it simple again, when I get an idea in my mind, what I do is I have a breather, I write it down, and I say, is this idea going to serve me any purpose at all? And if it's a new business venture or an idea, I have to say to myself, truly, why has that idea come up? Has it come up because I don't want to go this way? Or is it generally a new, fresh idea? So if you're getting a lot of ideas and you're changing things, usually it means you're running away from a challenge that you're currently facing. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is just be super focused and keep your eyes on the prize as well. And just before we close off on today's free training session, I know it's very confusing and tough out there, and it's very easy to, I guess, lose focus on your goals. You put on social media, there's a lot of people giving out bullcrap theories about things that don't exist. And then you go on the news, and what you see a lot of negative things as well. So it's easy to be switched off the rails and go into your own world and lose focus on your goals. But the main successful and the most successful people, I should say, on this planet are facing all the same problems you are too. But the difference is they are remaining committed to the cause and plan. So I hope this makes sense, my friends. And if you need anything, please let me know. I'm more than happy to be of service. And you can book a free 15-minute call. You can, if you're on YouTube, you can click the below link. The link will be on Spotify as well. All the guys in Clubhouse have my details as well. And I do have a quick answer to a question someone has asked on Clubhouse. So one of our guests on Clubhouse has asked a very interesting question. And the question is it okay to quit if your goal is not attainable? And that's a very good question. So there's a big difference between drifting away from your goals because you're giving up to actually quitting on a goal. So what I mean by this is sometimes that you're going to be in a situation in life where it might not be easy, right? Like, let's all be empathetic and all be human. So you might write out that goal and go, you know what, that goal no longer serves me a purpose. And to give you an example, you might want a red Ferrari. And, you might save up that money to buy a Ferrari. And then you go, actually, I don't really want that Ferrari. I want to use that money for something else, like a home or a holiday, whatever the case may be. And I think that is okay as well. And then I'll also say it's okay to quit when industries and things are changing. So, there was a lot of people who had video stores a long, long time ago, and a lot of guys kept them and lost a lot of money, guys. They should have just quit or pivoted into another business. So sometimes it's not just about quitting, sometimes it's also just about pivoting and transforming your business into another kind of solution providing business, I guess. So that's it for today, my friends. Hope you have a great week and speak soon. Take care.